Duncairn Community Partnership it's a partnership organisation. Our primary focus is on bringing relationships, bringing people together, building relationships across the different sides of our interface here in North Belfast. Going back not that long ago, you're only talking maybe less than 10 years ago, there was widespread conflict in these interfaces. They were the two worst interfaces in the city. Today, at the moment, we're standing in Mount Collier Youth Club where we have over 100 people, local residents, in a room upstairs, sitting down having their Sunday lunch together, getting to know each other. And these are people who live close to each other. They live side by side, in fact, in some cases, but would never mix because there's a peace wall or some sort of physical barrier between them. So our whole aim is about breaking down those barriers, the mental barriers in people's minds. That will lead to taking down the physical barriers. At least that's our hope for it. Well, certainly attitudes are changing. We did a survey just last year. I think there was something like 67 to 70% of the people that we got surveys completed by said that at some point in the future they would like to see the place without walls. Communities getting involved with each other makes it easier for us to do what we're trying to do. It's about providing an opportunity for them to come together to get to know each other, and that provides the opportunity then to talk about taking the physical structures away. So without the International Fund for Ireland, we wouldn't be able to do, because there's nobody else who's looking really at this. There's plenty of people talking about it, but there's very few people, very few organisations, very few of our statutory organisations are actually stepping up and resourcing this. So the International Fund for Ireland, the input to this is crucial. They're prepared to take chances, they're prepared to take risks that statutory agencies in particular wouldn't necessarily be able to. I'm not saying that they wouldn't do it, but they certainly wouldn't be able to. So the International Fund for Ireland can facilitate a lot of the work that other organisations couldn't. The funding that we have got from the International Fund, from IFI, it began in 2012 when we were like I said, there were 6 different organisations then. We were working very much on our own projects and our own programmes, but at the same time putting some effort into the Peace Walls programme. What we've been able to do since then is to develop that partnership to make it more formalised. Like I said, in 2015 then we were able to step away from the informal partnership type working to set up our own organisation. So now we've been able to dedicate resources to working with people, working with our community. This area has transformed. It used to be the last place that anybody wanted to come to, and now it's probably one of the first choice areas for the different housing associations. So people want to come back here, people want to live here again. If we look at Duncairn Gardens, we had the gates that were closed there all day, every day. They're now open morning, evening and weekends. It's becoming rejuvenated again. People are starting to come out more onto the garden. So that there is that feeling that there's a change, there's a huge change. But the main thing is the change in relationships between the both sides of our community. The only thing I want to say is that we, and I just need to keep reinforcing this every opportunity I get, so it's not just here, but in many ways the communities in this part of the city are streets ahead of our statutory agencies, of our politicians, of many other people. They're working together. We've got agreements there between communities and the other side of the community. But in relation to Alexander Park, the local residents there have been lobbying along with Duncairn Community Partnership to get our statutory agencies, particularly the Department of Justice and the Belfast City Council, to remove that section of fencing and replace it with an outdoor classroom that would be used by the 2 local primary schools. It would be a huge change in that it would create a wonderful facility for young people, not just for the schools, but for young people in general. And it would also take away an ugly green fence that's been there since 1994, so it would change the whole appearance of that section of the park. Now, for the last 7-8 years, there's been no violence, no conflict of any sort. And that's largely because of the communities and people on the other side of our community investing in the future, getting to know each other and stopping the violence. And we have great sort of examples of that where anybody who tries to create trouble now, it's residents who will stop that happening. They don't need they don't need police coming in, they don't need agencies coming in, they don't need us coming in. Residents will do that now for themselves.